The jobs to be done principle involves getting to the root of what people purchase your product for, and every purchase a person makes has a jobs to be done behind it. To explain what that is in a bit more detail and really show its impact, we're going to look at the famous milkshake story example. To improve their milkshake sales, using all the demographic data at their disposal, McDonald's created a picture of what their ideal milkshake drinking customer looked like, and then invited these people in to pick their brains on how they could improve their milkshakes. Based on what these customers told them, they tried adding new flavours, adding new toppings, changing the price, but nothing worked and their milkshake sales didn't increase. At that point, they brought Clayton Christensen on board, a professor at Harvard Business School, to apply his jobs theory and solve their problem. To achieve this, Clayton started by sitting outside a McDonald's branch for 18 hours one day to see what problem arose in people's lives that caused them to buy a milkshake. You might be thinking this is bizarre, it's just a milkshake, but bear with us. Clayton's stakeout uncovered that more than 40% of that day's milkshake sales were made before 8:30 a.m. and everyone who bought one was alone, only bought a milkshake, no other side orders, and they always got in their car with it and drove off. And that got Clayton thinking. So, the next day, he returned to McDonald's first thing in the morning, stood outside the restaurant, and asked people who purchased a milkshake one question. What job were you trying to do for yourself that caused you to come here and hire that milkshake? But people struggled to answer, so instead, he asked them, when you don't come to McDonald's and buy a milkshake, what do you do instead? From the answers he got to this, Clayton was able to piece together that all these early morning milkshake drinkers had the same jobs to be done, and that was that they needed sustenance to keep them going during their long commute to work, which not only identified their jobs to be done, but made them realise they weren't just competing against other milkshakes. They were competing against things like bagels, breakfast bars, bananas, and coffee. But milkshakes came out on top. They were tidier and didn't leave crumbs in the car. They were easier to consume with just one free hand, and they kept them fuller for longer. It was the perfect solution. So, with that insight in mind, instead of introducing new flavours and toppings, McDonald's made it even faster and easier for people to buy a milkshake in the morning and get that job done. And the results were incredible. Sales increased by 7 times, which when you look at a company as huge as McDonald's is mind-blowing. This study highlights just how important it is to truly understand who your competitors are. It'd be easy to understand why McDonald's would think they're competing with just milkshakes. But by understanding they were up against other solid foods and beverages, it opened them up to a whole new market of opportunities.